Of course, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see there, this is the information from really the enemies, but they are really not truly doing business. So you can see there, the government of Canada said, let these companies, the bill companies, lower their bill, and then those are the companies there. Of course, they have to lower the bill to that much there, and then you can see this is my account which they are normally billing and is overbilled there, and we pay this money, then they're saying pay the same amount. So since yesterday the government went and said the bill must not exceed 2004 this one copyright policy, which is $19.99, per month. And so that is why they have to obey this order here. And then other than confusing the people, lower the bill, then reduce overcharging bill, and then whatever does is the internet, does is the phone, mobile, home phone, TV, and then don't pay this much there. Just pay the recommended amount, which is a valid one. So of course those are the companies there, of course, which are really affected there. So that is our companies, and then this is me when I was in Toronto, and then the view of Toronto, and then this is the Toronto CNN Tower. Okay, and then the overview of the scratch in Toronto, and then that is based in Toronto. That is also in Toronto. Okay, so this is in Toronto. You can see there. This is typically in Toronto. And then in Toronto, CNN Tower. Of course, basically this is also in Toronto. It's happening. We're in the event room, of course. You can see there we're in the event room in Toronto. This is of course e-business school, and then this in Toronto. Then that is typically our product. This is non-finance banker product, of course. The product, of course, the product we have reviews, and then here is your preferred dealers, as our product, of course. So on occasions, that is also to do with basically our product. As you can see there, that is basically product, of course, and then our product, of course, and then the overview. To overview, of course, the systems from our courier systems. Then what we've been doing there, of course, basically the scratch of our race, and then how we are leading here. You can see there we are always number one there, of course, on the race. And then because we have the qualities of the vehicles there, and then on the race sometimes we have to come number 2. You can see there, that's when we are in number 2. And then the models, of course, our models, our product, are basically our product, of course, event of our product, of course, how we bought the VRS. We saw you there the title now, and then this is how when we bought it is fully purchased like this, and then the whole thing was fully purchased. As you can see there, we own it there. So whatever, they took it over and then tied it up, and then you can see there we have it we have it, of course, memorized, and then that is our memories in 2018. Okay, 2019, 2018, 2019 memories. So on a scratch of our do's, and then that is beyond this much. That's the least we know, because they said reduce the bill price to this much per month. Say Canadian government, you can see there. That is the statements, of course, which we know, of course, because yesterday the government went and come with the debates, and then they were debating of this one of household prices. Basically, things for households, of course, that is basically capturing these kind of things. Of course, this is is mobilities, right? Is things to do with the internet, right? So you can see there, they are right there, of course, providing internet, then TV, and then for phone, of course, is the sunny days, and the sun is very hot. It's out there, it's very hot, of course. And then things like phone, of course, which they are saying, that is the least. Mostly they were saying so because of those. Then is mandatorily things which are there affecting the people, of course, the residents. How they were affecting the residents. That is what we are not very familiar, but at least they were said. Yeah, that is what the people were told, of course, on the scratch of our do's. Then, that is mostly the overview and the scratches, so which we are just fulfilling to understand. So in all those areas, there are 5 of those bills there, of course, phone, TV, internet, and then mobile phone. Mobile phone, this kind of mobile phone, if it says here no service like this, right? It says there. So sometimes they will say it. Hold on, let me just. They do sometimes say it, no service, right? And then if they say no service, this is when they mean you have to get service, right? So here sometimes they will tell you no service, right? So if the information up there read no service, and then emergency only, and then it means the line is not hooked to charge to be billed, so you have to subscribe per month, and then or you have to buy the SIM card as this, the SIM card, and then to get them connected by yourself. This is also basically by independent companies, and then you buy from them, and then that's when it becomes available. Of course, if you look here, that is the money for the teachers yearly, because there are 600 teachers there in Uganda. If 600 teachers in Uganda, the money there will be how much? Roughly a year, they're spending how much money on teachers? That is roughly 4 trillion. 320 billion, 28,667,627 shillings, 0.20, cents of that. And then, so overview, if we look at each month, each teacher is supposed to get $215 46 cents. If you look by 12 months, then this is $2,585 52 cents, and then times 600 teachers, and then it will be all over 1,551 millions 312,000 Canadian dollars. Canadian dollars, right? So that is the money they will get to by Canadian dollars. So salary for teachers yearly. And then if we exchange it to Ugandan cedis, it will be 4,320,000,000 28,667,627 shillings. So roughly we are that much there. Exchange to Canadian shillings and then Canadian dollars, that much there. Of course, if you exchange it, that's how it goes. And then if we open by computer, maybe you can read it, the figures there. That is roughly 4 trillions. Everybody knows what trillions look like. If we exchange edition 215 46, we are 600, right? That is roughly 600,000 per month teachers earning there. So and if you see why we are reducing the price, because that is the money the teachers they are getting there per month. Teachers have a lot of responsibility, feeding the children and then taking the children to schools and paying their children the school fee. Also they have to buy food, they have to buy anything, for homes. They have to build good homes, they have to be examples in the communities. This kind of price there, if you look into African price, that is too much money there. The prices are higher, and then we have to keep this one, the Canadian price lower. The more we keep it lower, and then our assistant there will remain constant, like we are doing in 2004. 2004, I was actually offering money more frequently to Africa. If it comes to payment of money, I'm paying money there very fast and then urgently, and then any times I can do MTN, money transfer. So why we can no longer do? Because the price went up. Everything here, even up to Canada, price went up. And then if it comes to different price adjustments, we bring down the price. Of course, it will be mandatory for people to gain their normal access, which they are supposed to gain, So that is if you look there, that is $215 Canadian dollars per month they are getting. So if you look at the Canadian teachers, they are roughly getting 50,000 yearly, 75,000 yearly, 90,000 yearly. So that is basically the Canadian teachers. So if you look at the African teachers, they are of course the economy there is if you look at the dollar is very strong and very rich, because the economy in Africa is very rich and rich very high, very destructive to many countries. So if you go to the country's budget, that is a very big amount of money there to demand over this country. That's why this kind of $215 they look very rich in Africa. $100 look very rich. $1 look very rich. Yes. That's why if you look at Canadian dollars, that's $215. You go to USA look more richer, because the money look how much? $170. It look very down, but that is very competitive price here now, you see. So because of the market. So if you look at Africa, that is 600,000. You have to carry all the big amount of money. So that's why we are utilizing a paper money which is valuable and carryable, easy to carry and easy to counterfeit. Why shall we hurry and rush things that make it worse and mess it away? So that is the impossibilities of it. Otherwise, that is just a scratch of those reduced price, and then leave the rest to it. And then that is just a quick scan with that white hazard.